Hi, Rachel Mead here, president and founder of Enhanced Prep. Thanks for joining me today while we take a look at this ACT science question. Now, some of you might really enjoy science, and some of you out there might be like, no, please don't make me do any science. In particular, I might see some genotypes coming into play here, and I absolutely did not enjoy biology. But I want to remind you that there's on average only about 4 questions in the full science section of 40 questions that require any type of outside knowledge. The other 36 questions, we're going to have direct support and be able to find the answers within the question and the data that it's giving us itself. So in this case, again, I want you to notice that I'm not even giving you the full passage. I'm giving you the tables that it talks about for this. And remember, in science, we only read if and when we have to. More than half of the questions we encounter in science, we can get through just by analyzing our graphics and not doing any reading beyond that. So let's see what we can do about making this question faster to get those points into your point bucket for you. So the first thing I see is it's putting a qualifier in here for us. After cross one, but before cross two. So I'm going to look at my graphics and I'm going to be like, awesome, I see cross one. That's coming in right down here. But it says since it was before cross two, that means I have to ignore everything that happened in cross two and everything that happened in cross three because those things do not relate to this question. Okay, so I've anchored that data into my graphic. Let's see what happens next. A student hypothesized that each parent in cross one had genotype BBGG. I'm going to look at my genotype and I see that that is recognizing a black eye color. Was this hypothesis consistent with the results of cross one? Well, here's the insider secret, guys. The reasoning behind our answer is more important than the yes no. So I'm going to work on ignoring my yes no for a moment, and I'm going to take a look at my reasoning with this. And with the reasoning, I mean the statement that is coming after my yes or my no statement. So let's look at this. All of the offspring of cross one had black eye color. Okay, I can see that that is indeed true. I want to leave that alone. But then what's happening here? All of the offspring of cross one had green eye color. That is false. I'm going to eliminate this answer choice. I come back and I look at H. All of the offspring had black eye color. That is true. And again with J, all of the offspring of cross one had green eye color. That is indeed still false. So I'm going to eliminate that. So even if I'm struggling with getting through the rest of the question, it's telling me, hey, I'm down to a 50-50 shot by doing next to no work and next to no analysis. So let's pay attention and see if there's anything that we do potentially notice about our black eye color. So if we have genotype BBGG, that means each parent is providing a capital B and each parent is providing a capital G. Even if I struggle a little bit more so, I want to pay attention to all of these blacks that are coming in here. I see each one has at least one capital B and each one has at least one capital G. So is it okay for me to assume that both parents had BBGG in order for all 8 of the offspring to get black eye color? Well, I can see that all of my blacks, again, have at least one capital B and one capital G. So if that's what's coming from each parent, I am going to hedge my bets and choose answer choice F here. Now, I want to point out that if we looked at cross 3 and cross 4, cross 2 and cross 3, I would be a lot more inclined to choose answer choice H. And this could be a trap because if I'm getting some brown eye color and some green eye color in terms of some of these other options with my other crosses, well, those bring in some lowercase letters, don't they? So they'd have to come from a parent other than BBGG. So I need to make sure that I'm not falling for that trap and paying attention to more than I should in this question. The question has me put on my blinders and say only pay attention to cross one. Use this next time to make sure the test writers don't steal any points away from you. See you soon.